Get your Bible and turn to 1 Samuel 16th chapter through the 17th chapter and the 58th verse. We're going to search the scriptures for answers to question about David and Goliath. Number 1, why did God choose David? Let's read 1 Samuel 16th chapter and the 12th verse. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was a ruddy and withal of a beauty of a countenance, and goodly to look at. And the Lord said, Arise, anoint him, for this is he. So why did God choose David? David's heart loved God. Number 2, who was David's father? Let's find out in 1 Samuel 16th chapter, 11 through the 13th verse. And Samuel said unto Jesse, Are here all thy children? And he said, There remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, Send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. And he sent and brought him in, and he was a ruddy and withal of a beauty countenance, and goodly to look at. And the Lord said, Arise, anoint him, for this is he. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah. So who was David's father? Jesse's youngest son was David. What was David's job? Let's look at 1 Samuel 16th chapter, 11th verse. And Samuel said unto Jesse, Are here all thy children? And he said, There remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, Send and fetch him, or we will not sit down till he come hither. So what was David's job? He was a shepherd. Describe the Philistine giant called Goliath. Let's look at 1 Samuel, the 17th chapter, the 4th through the 7th verse. And there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines named Goliath of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span. And he had a helmet of brass upon his head, and he was armed with a coat of mail. And the weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of brass. And he had greaves of brass upon his legs, and a target of brass between his shoulders. And the staff of his spear was like a weaver's beam, and his spear's head weighed 600 shekels of iron. And one bearing a shield went forth before him. Okay, so describe Goliath. He was 6 feet tall. He wore a brass helmet. He wore a brass coat. Brass was on his legs and shoulder. Who did Saul choose to fight Goliath? Okay, let's read 1 Samuel 17th chapter and the 37th verse. David said, Moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. And Saul said unto David, Go, and the Lord be with thee. So who did Saul choose to fight Goliath? David. How did David kill Goliath? Let's look at 1 Samuel 17th chapter and the 49th verse. Okay, you got it? And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it and smote the Philistine in his forehead. And the stone sunk into his forehead, and he fell upon his face to the earth. So how did David kill Goliath? With a slingshot and a stone. And the last question, what did David have in his hand when he told Saul that he killed Goliath? Let's look at 1 Samuel 17th chapter and the 57th verse. And as David returned from the slaughter of the Philistines, Abner took him and brought him before Saul with the head of the Philistine in his hand. So what did David have in his hand when he told Saul that he killed Goliath? He had the head of Goliath.